Hi, I'm James from Performance Streetcars, and today we're sitting here in front of a '69 Camaro Super Sport that we just finished up. We did a full LS 525 horse crate engine swap with the brand new TKX, of course, complete with all the hydraulic clutch and their Kevlar clutch series, and this thing runs hard. We're really satisfied with it so far. We got in touch with this customer through a friend, and he was really wanting to LS swap the car and give it some more horsepower because it was pretty mild. It was like a stock 350 with a TKO, and he drives the car a ton. And so we got in touch with him, and we talked some ideas, and we got a game plan together. And so we ended up putting this LS crate engine in it. And we knew that with that much horsepower and the fact that the LS likes to rev a lot higher than, let's say a stock, small block Chevy, that the TKO wasn't really going to perform as we needed it to. So we opted for the TKX option through Modern Driveline. We did their complete kit from front to back. And now we can shift this thing, $6,000, $6,500. We can bank shifts and it's flawless. It's smooth, it's quick, and the customer loves it. He drives the heck out of this thing, and he's really having a good time with it. Having been familiar with the Modern Driveline products, we work with them and put together a complete package. We did a nice billet flywheel, their bell housing. We did their Kevlar hydraulic clutch, their hydraulic master cylinder kit, which just bolts right to your stock pedal. And then we talked about ratios on the trans. There's a few different ratios you can go with. So we picked a ratio that suited our tire size and our rear axle ratio, and cross member and the whole deal. So from front to back, we were able to have a complete package that really truly was a bolt-in kit. We're pretty particular as builders, and hobbyists ourselves. We're pretty particular of how we like to do things. And it really was a bolt-in solution. There was already a hole in the floorboard from the previous shifter location, and this matched up right to that. So we didn't have to cut the tunnel. The TKX is very small in size compared to the old TKO version. So there was no tunnel mods, nothing like that. We were able to utilize Modern Driveline's offset shifter. They have a whole variety of different shifters for different applications. So we approached them and said, hey, here's what we're working with. 69 Camaro, it's got a factory console. We don't want to move the console or cut it up or anything crazy. So they were able to offer us their shifter with the correct offset. And of course, it's a short throw shifter. And that way we didn't have to do any crazy cutting and moving stuff around. We just followed the instructions that were there, and literally it was flawless. From bleeding the system to doing all the final checks, everything was exactly how it should have went. We couldn't be happier with it. Having worked with this customer and him being, a working guy, a family guy, we wanted to, create something that was attainable. Some of these cars, they're amazing, and they're just so over the top that it's hard for the average guy to, put something together. So we wanted to put something together that was, long lasting, performs well, and that was attainable for the normal hobbyist, and that was great working with Modern Driveline as they walked us through that whole process and really guided us through to make sure we're making the right decisions. And ultimately we ended up with a car that the customer loves. It's great. It's light years ahead of what he had before, between the TKX shifting so well and the hydraulic clutch versus the old mechanical linkage setup. So we put together a car here that, without any heavy fabrication work at all, it's a bolt together solution that he can enjoy. We built this car to drive. We knew that the customer, he loves to drive this thing. He drives the heck out of it. So it was important to be able to have, that usability of the 5-speed. And so, he's just gonna drive it, enjoy it with his family. We might do an autocross, here or there. We're excited that the car is going to the SEMA show, and it'll be featured there, and kind of show off some of the Modern Driveline goodies. Having been in the industry 27 years now, the SEMA show is kind of the pinnacle of new products and getting out there and kind of showing your stuff. And so, having worked with Modern Driveline for many years and using their product on so many projects, I approached them and said, hey, I got a really good candidate, that they're using all your product. It's a beautiful car. The car performs very well. And so we had a good chat with Bruce and his team, and we're able to put together a good game plan where We're going to take this car to SEMA 2022 and go out there and have some fun with it. Let everybody see, you know, all the consumers usually have a lot of questions, and we're happy to help with that. And that's another reason we want to bring it out, let people see, you know, what it's about, and, you know, help them through some of this stuff, because it's for some customers it's a big endeavor, you know, when they're going to spend that investment on, you know, a 5-speed tranny, and so we like to be there to help them out with some of those questions. I would recommend Modern Driveline to every customer that's looking for guidance or looking for that experience on somebody that's been around, that knows their product line and is willing to take the time to guide you through what you need to do. That's Modern Driveline, and that's why we choose to work with them on all of our projects, because their experience is second to none when it comes to getting you the right product. You know, with so many choices out there as far as, you know, different ratios and different products, and we're able to achieve our goal and not overspend on a bunch of money, you know, or underspend and then, you know, be dissatisfied. So they really guided us with the proper information, and it paid off greatly. We ended up with a great car that drives on the highway like a dream. It's got plenty of power down low. I mean, it's just it's a riot to drive with that power and that transmission and that clutch. It's a blast. So ultimately, you know, for performance street cars, it's great to work with Modern Driveline and have their product that we can rely on, and ultimately the customer is happy. You know, the end user is super happy with this car. He's enjoying the heck out of it, and I'd say any chance you get, you know, make it modern.